forbidden droplet me? Oh my god. Wait, that reminds me, guys. Did you guys see? Okay, have you guys seen that one viral like tweet slash Reddit post that went around? I thought there was a man on stream. Well, you guys are in chat. That counts for something, right? Yo, this man is fucked up and evil. It was basically this girl who was asking, you know, it was, am I the asshole? My boyfriend is autistic and only likes a certain type of soup. Okay, no, not soup. Wait, let me see if I can find it. AITA stew. I'm just gonna read it on the side out to you guys while this guy like murders me for, you know, my mistakes. Hey. Okay. Now remember, when I say my boyfriend, I do not mean my boyfriend, I mean OP's boyfriend, because you know I am a say so Christian streamer and we cannot know men in our lives, right guys? That's crazy. So anyways, no men, we can't know them. Anyways, I think I'm dead, so we're just gonna surrender. So, am I the asshole for accidentally ruining my autistic boyfriend's safe food? Okay? My boyfriend loves stew. He wants to eat it every day for every meal. His favorite stew is beef tips and vegetables from a local place, but it's really expensive. Like $47 for a big bowl. They don't do small orders for takeout. And he is grossed out by leftovers, so more than half of it gets wasted. We've had a couple of arguments about it. He says I don't understand his brain. I say he doesn't understand our budget. Recently, I looked up some recipes. Including doing a dissection of takeout soup, and tried my hand at making a home-cooked replacement for stew night. He loved it for a few days. And then one night, he was hanging out with me in the kitchen and saw me put tomato paste into the pot. He was really upset and demanded I make the soup without it. I told him it wouldn't taste the same, and he said it would be better because he hates tomatoes. They're not a safe food for him. So I made the soup with no tomato paste, and big surprise, something felt off. Instead of admitting that the tomato paste was necessary, he threw a fit and told me he didn't want home-cooked food anymore if I was just going to play with him and not take his safe food seriously. He thinks I changed more than just the tomato paste in an effort to get him to admit he was wrong. $400 in stew orders later, I had an idea to ask the chef when we were picking up the order if there was any tomato products in the stew, and lo and behold, there is tomato in the recipe. Fucking tomato paste. In my mind, this was great, because I thought he would get over it if he knew his original perfect stew had tomato paste. Like, oh, I guess tomato paste isn't so bad then. But it was the exact opposite. He walked out of the restaurant without saying anything, and then refused to eat the stew that night and hasn't ordered it again. And he's been ignoring me while stalking around the house, using his whiny voice a lot and slamming things. His sister also texted me to tell me I'm a selfish asshole for needing to get back at him by taking away his favorite food. I literally just wanted to stop spending insane amounts of money on stew. I wasn't trying to hurt him or ruin his life. I'm not autistic. I can't really wrap my head around caring this much about a single ingredient. I genuinely didn't see this reaction coming. We've been together for 4 years, and he's only had 3 other fits like this. The other times are pretty reasonable. Those were also a little less intense and didn't include input from his family. This is the first time anyone in his family has ever spoken to me like this. So I've been back and forth between you are overreacting and what have I done? Am I the asshole? It sounds so dumb when I write it all out, but living it has made me feel physically sick with regret. I can't think straight anymore. So she said the stew place is a catering place with a mini restaurant, so every time we order takeout, we're ordering a catering amount pretty much. It's not stew made of gold, lol. We order from there 2 to 3 times a week. It's not the only thing he eats, it's just the top 5 foods for him. He doesn't eat this unreasonably every single day. He has a job and contributes with money. I'm not funding his entire diet. We do mix money. So even though he pays for the meal half the time, it does still feel like we're losing money. He works part-time and I work full-time. Bills are probably split split 70-30. Yeah, so like a lot of people were basically like, it's kind of insane that this guy was willing to ruin his relationship over Stu. And then there were more people telling her like, well, you're gonna save even more money if you dump this guy for being a baby about it. Which I don't know. I sometimes I feel like people rush to the whole you should break up right away. But is it kind of low-key justified in this scenario? Maybe. Like if I had a partner who was ordering like $400 worth of stew and then being like, I don't want to eat it. Like I don't want to eat leftovers. I'd be pissed. Good night, Brian. Good night. Good night. I'd be like, if I ever had a boyfriend who insisted on ordering takeout, but also hates leftovers, I'd be pissed. Yeah, I don't know. I love some of the "Am I the asshole?" stuff because like, even though like some of them are like very clearly, you know, like fake. Even though some of them are like really clearly fake, some of them are like also like weirdly good. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna gamma this shit, bro. Yes. Yeah, there was like, what was it? There was like the one post I saw this morning where it was like, "Am I overreacting?" And it was like this girl posting a screenshot of like what her boyfriend said to her, and it was basically like kind of insane because of the age gap. It was kind of insane because of the age gap. So basically, this girl was arguing with her boyfriend, right? Nothing wrong there. No, nothing wrong with arguing with your partner. You know, people disagree all the damn time. He basically said, "You're 24 now, and you're the most unmotivated person I've ever met. You're so unmotivated. Even at the age of 41, I was more motivated than you. So you need to start doing something with your life." And I remember looking at it, I was like 41? Yeah. I was like, first of all, the age gap is a little crazy, but you know, we live in the current social climate that we live in, that age gap is fine, and that's okay. But also, um, if you know your 41-year-old boyfriend is parenting you, that's probably not a good thing. Let's no, I'm not 41.